If you don't tell your daughter she is beautiful, she's going to fall in love with the first one who says it. And then you'll be arguing about why she's fallen to zina, why she wants to marry someone without your permission, because you didn't do your job when they were young. If you don't take your son close to you and bring him to the masjid and let him feel like he's growing as a man and make him your friend in places he can be your friend, then as soon as someone comes and says, yeah, come man, and older, come and sell this for me, I'll give you money, they're going to run away from you. If the first time your son says, I've done something wrong, you start shouting at them and punishing them, they'll never tell you they've done wrong again. But if your son comes to you and says, yeah, father, my father, I'm falling into this, I know it's wrong, I shouldn't have done it, say to your son, Jazakallahu khairan. Thank you for telling me. Have a conversation about it. How did it feel? You understand why it's wrong. Make that a situation to learn.
The addiction to porn and fear of intimacy in Muslim countries are actually two sides of the same coin, and it all starts with how we talk about women in Islam. We have been taught that women should cover themselves up for men so that they can control their sexual desires, when the hijab and modesty was never actually about men. It was about a woman's relationship to God. It is about willing to sacrifice the validation that you're going to gain from society for the validation of God. It is about not associating her beauty and how much compliment she's going to get from people with her worth. That is the true essence of modesty and hijab. But when we teach that the purpose of the hijab is to control men's behavior, we ignore the real issue, which is the mindset that sexualizes and objectifies women. And I'm talking about small children, young boys and girls that have been taught that boys and girls shouldn't talk to each other, you shouldn't look at each other, it's haram, you can only do that until after marriage. And you teach this to a child that doesn't even know what sex is or marriage. This develops two different mindsets. For girls, mostly, it develops a mindset that guys are a danger. You shouldn't look at them, you shouldn't do anything with them. It's haram. So even the body and the nervous system rejects the idea of being intimate with that person, because she has been taught that she as a woman, her curves, her hair, everything is shameful. That is going to create problems later on with her sexual life. And for a guy, most of the time, it's going to create that mindset that, okay, the girl is only there to serve me for my sexual tendencies. She's only there for us to create a family together, for us to have children, for us to mate later on. They stop seeing her as an actual human being and more so as an object, that it's dependent on her whether she's covered or not for him to control his urges. And the problem was never whether the woman is covered or not, because if that was the case, hijabis and niqabis wouldn't be raped or molested, but yet they are. The problem is seeing the woman as something that should be covered so that I, as a man, can control my urges. And so long we keep excusing the man's behavior and blaming it on the woman instead, we will never truly develop as a Muslim community, and this problem of porn addiction and fear of intimacy is just going to continue.
You can never say no to him. You have no authority, you have no autonomy. If he says jump off a cliff, you have to do it. If he wants intimacy, you have to give it. You don't have a say and you don't have a voice. That's what people genuinely wholeheartedly believe Islam says, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In Surah An-Nisa, it says that men are the caretakers of women because they have more responsibility, not that they have dictatorship over them. And then in Surah Al-Baqarah, it says that women have similar rights over their husbands. Think about it logically. If your husband was to tell you, say, like, can you remove this guy from your Snapchat? I mean, I don't know why you've got guys there anyways. Or like, can you not be friends with guys? And you do it out of love and out of respect. And if you said the same to him, he should do the same for you. When we say the word obey, it sounds so dehumanizing and derogatory. But in a partnership, in a marriage, then I think both parties do need to some degree obey each other, because they have mutual respect for each other and boundaries and rules. And it's out of love for the other one that you stay within those limits. If you marry the right man who's emotionally intelligent and intellectual and knows the deen, then he won't ask you to do something that goes against Islam. So if you marry a loving, caring man who fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have nothing to worry about, because he'll never say anything like, go wash the dishes, go make dinner right now.
أن الله إذا أراد بعبد خيرا جعل قلبه منكسرا.
عمري إلى الكون أوصاني Never have I ever stole money out somebody's purse I was supposed to be so-called helping.
Bro, you know I did that though. You know I stole some money.
هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم ويوم مرضت لا أنسى دموعا منك كالمطر وعين
4, 3, 2, 1. I should get some sleep.
وتشاء أنت من البشائر قطرة ويشاء ربك أن يغيثك بالمطر وتشاء أنت من الأماني نجمة.
I will never understand people that like to torture other people mentally or physically, you know, especially mentally, like on the mental health one, you know what I'm trying to say? Because if you know that someone is struggling, instead of going to reassure them or anything, you go and you make it worse for them by bombarding them with random stuff or doing what they don't want you to do. And that's one sad part about society, especially amongst men, because the suicide rate for men is way higher than women's. And I'm not saying that women don't struggle as well. Women, of course, they struggle, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings and everyone go through stuff. But humans need to realize to stop doing these gender wars and need to understand how to work with each other. If a man is struggling, help him. If a woman is struggling, help her. Don't make it worse for them. Be a decent human being with feelings and know what they're going through. You need to understand that what they're going through might lead them to suicide, astaghfirullah. And wallah, it's so sad to me how humans nowadays they struggle to understand this. How are you struggling to understand that your brother or sister might commit suicide? Go speak to them, wallah, go check up on your brother or sister. Wallah, go check up on them, because right now you don't know, they might be going through hell. They might be going through the worst time of their lives. If you're a sister, go check up on your sister. If you're a brother, go check up on your brother. Because wallahi, mental health is one of the most important things that needs to be discussed in this generation, because it's so bad. It's getting so bad for so many people nowadays. Assalamu alaikum.